My name is Amber Reed, R-E-I-D, birthday 12/27/90. I'm turning 32, but like I'm almost positive my like mental age, like my brain is stuck at 17. I'm actually starving, so okay, yes, I troll. Whatever, Trollin has entered the chat. I'm totally fine with a clickbait title because you guys know I love me a clickbait title. You're not paying attention to your health, you don't care about your health, you don't care about your body, you want to die, you could have ate healthy, chose not to, do you really need to go on vacation, you need to buy health insurance instead. I just don't want to hear it.
No one cares!
Hey guys, Grüße aus Deutschland, greetings from Germany. I hope you all had great holidays and celebrated them with your loved ones and your families. And I did that, and I at first didn't want to react to the interview between Mr. Snowflake and Casey because my Amber-related content usually consists of pointing out her lies and horrid actions, but Mr. Snowflake is basically following the same mission with different ways of approaching it. And so I at first felt like there's nothing further to say. But since I'm frequently giving my personal opinion on her words and actions, and with you guys having asked me for my take on the interview, I will give it in this video. So I would like to do that first and just let the interview run in the background, and then react to Amber's latest vlog. In this video, I'm not playing clips with sound from the interview that Mr. Snowflake conducted with Casey, but I am linking the interview in the description box because I feel that all earnings should be going to Mr. Snowflake and Casey. So here are my 2 cents on the whole thing. Needless to say that I'm a fan of Mr. Snowflake. I've been a supporter of his channels and Jimmy Bunker for quite some time. I absolutely adore both of them. I'm glad that the interview was conducted, and the reasons are the following. I'm really happy for Casey for having found the courage to contact a person that will help him get more aspects of his side of the story out there. It did feel like the interview was cathartic to him, and he got to mention more things that were not included in his videos, that he did, admittedly in an emotional state, of course, because when somebody puts out rumors like that, it's never pleasant. It was clear in the interview that Amber's greed for views and money have made her completely blind to what damage she's causing to others, not just emotionally and in the moment, but also years after Amber has abused them. I'm so sorry that Casey is still struggling with the repercussions of being connected with this horror of a human being. I understand his reasons for leaving his videos about her up, because as he correctly stated, Amber has caused damage to his reputation permanently. Her deleting the video in which she lied about the relationship means nothing because the video is out there and everybody can still watch it because people downloaded it and are still making it available. It is painfully obvious in this video that even 12 years after being in an abusive relationship, the soul still suffers. A lot of us are going through that. I hope that Becky watched the interview, and that is because Becky was in a relationship with Amber for much longer than Casey and much more recently, which doesn't take away from Casey's pain because Casey was, or at the time Cassidy, was very young and didn't know any better and apparently didn't have any adults around her that, kept an eye on what is going on. And so she was exposed without any protection. I believe that Becky went to her relatives and said, this is what is going on. I'm not sure how to deal with this. But they gave her advice and she wouldn't listen to it. I mean, that is my best guess. And I do not know where Becky is in the process of healing from her 4 years with Amber. But I'm glad that Mr. Snowflake's conversation with Casey is allowing Becky to see that even after 12 years, the pain and damage are still real, and that maybe she would benefit from an open conversation about what happened between her and Amber. Not necessarily for others to see, but maybe behind closed curtains. Now that she knows how understanding and calm Mr. Snowflake is, maybe it would help her to talk to him about what has happened. Especially since Mr. Snowflake knows a lot about what Amber has done and said over the years. Maybe Casey and Becky getting together and talking would help. Whatever helps Becky overcome this, she has to decide. I'm glad that Casey went to college and has a respectable job now. Good for him. I don't really want to, react blow by blow to what Casey has mentioned in the interview, but concerning Amber's love for and not having any boundaries regarding it, since she blackmailed 14/15-year-old Cassidy into sending her inappropriate photos. I'm appalled and disgusted, to say the least, and I hope that the involved parties will find a way to deal with what has happened. Most of you know and share my viewpoint of finding Amber's actions and words horrific. It is beyond belief that she still has not felt like she needs to get professional help to deal with the flaws in her personality that continue to force her to treat others badly. But it is all up to Casey and Becky how they would like to proceed. Sometimes it is best to just move on and leave people with bad energies in their own filth, where eventually they will meet their fate. And it seems apparent in Amber's case. She continues to gain weight. Nobody wants anything to do with her except for her relatives, and not even they want to be seen in her vlogs or want to be associated with her. Now she's taken on gambling, drinking, and the overeating continues. And so she is stirring in her own filth for what she has done to others in the past. Amber expecting Casey to spend his monetary birthday gift partially on her by threatening to be mad at him, of course, is no big surprise. That is how we know her. She always looks out for only number one, and that is herself. Amber has showcased over the years on her channel that she is only out for her own advantage and doesn't care about anybody else. I would like to repeat what I've been saying for 5 years now. I am not a healthcare professional, but with what I know of mental disorders and psychology, which I've been studying for decades now on my own terms, not in college, Mr. Snowflake's conversation with Casey has confirmed that Amber has all the signs and symptoms of a full-blown sociopath. According to the Mayo Clinic, symptoms of antisocial personality disorder include repeatedly ignoring right and wrong, telling lies to take advantage of others, which she frequently does because she lies to her audience nonstop, not being sensitive to or respectful of others, that is a given, using charm and wit to manipulate others for personal gain or pleasure. That is what she does every time she tries to make us believe she's a good person, which she is not, just to continue getting that YouTube coin. Having a sense of superiority and being extremely opinionated. That is her. That is a pretty good description of her. Having problems with the law, including criminal behavior. She has admitted to stealing, and tax evasion was apparently on her agenda too. Being hostile, aggressive, violent, and threatening to others, that is a given. There are countless accounts in her history where she resorted to aggressive behavior. And she's always hostile when it comes to others. She feels threatened by others because she feels she deep down inside she knows that she's not better than them. Feeling no guilt about harming others, that is also correct, and I still have not watched her latest vlog, but I can already assure that she didn't take any responsibility for any of the actions, not back then, not in the relationship with Cassidy, who is now called Casey, and not for anything else that she did after that. Doing dangerous things with no regard for the safety of self and others. That is correct because she weighs roughly 600 pounds. Again, the pounds don't make a difference. She could be weighing 700 or 500 pounds. She is eating herself to death, and so she has no regard for her own safety. She has attacked others. She has used violence against others, and she's always verbally attacking others. Being irresponsible and failing to fulfill work or financial responsibilities is also the case with her. Adults with antisocial personality disorder usually show symptoms of conduct disorder before the age of 15, which was the case with Amber. Symptoms of conduct disorder include serious ongoing behavior problems such as aggression towards people and animals. That is correct. That is fitting for her. Destruction of property. Subconsciously, in her case, when damaging furniture, floorboards, and cars, which she doesn't take responsibility for, but consciously when she throws cans of, let's say, Red Mountain Dew at Destiny's car to keep her from visiting her mother. Lying and dishonesty is an ongoing thing in Amber's life. Theft, again, she's admitted to that, stealing in stores and from others, stealing food from them or from the homes that she was assigned to. And serious violation of rules, which she shows no regard for by continuously violating terms of service and community guidelines on YouTube. Antisocial personality disorder is considered a lifelong condition, but in some people, certain symptoms, particularly destructive and criminal behavior, may decrease over time. It's not clear whether, and I'm still reading from the Mayo Clinic page, it's not clear whether this decrease is a result of the effect aging has on their mind and body, an increased awareness of the impact that antisocial behavior has had on their life, or other factors. And in Amber's case, I think she's going in the opposite direction. She not only doesn't take responsibility for what she has done already, but she keeps adding things like now drinking on camera, continuously gaining weight, and now again talking about wanting to lose weight in 2024, which he's not going to do. I can already tell you that. She only says these things to continue stringing people along. Okay, but to sum things up concerning the interview between Mr. Snowflake and Casey, there are no surprises concerning what she said. Amber's documented behavior over almost 2 decades are making it clear that she needs professional help. She needs to be properly examined, assessed, oh my gosh, diagnosed and treated in a safe and professional environment. There's also the option to get adult protective services in Oklahoma. According to them, they have a website. According to them, self-neglect, for example, is defined as the action or inaction of a vulnerable adult that causes the adult to fail to meet essential requirements for his or her own physical and mental health and safety due to the adult's lack of awareness or lack of ability. Amber's been documenting on her YouTube channel the lack of ability to get the help she needs in order to stop ruining her physical and mental health and that of others. But at the end of the day, if she herself does not care and her relatives encourage her to continue on her path of self-destruction, then it seems like she will just be another super morbidly obese person having eaten themselves to death on a public platform. That seems to be or become a common thing now, and so who are we to judge? It's her life. She can end it if she likes. I'm not concerned about Amber anymore, as her increasing level of smugness, arrogance, and condescension unmistakably prove that she is self-unaware, completely self-unaware. But since there are a lot of people suffering from watching her degree of cold-bloodedness, I will continue to keep an eye on her and call her out on her horrific ways to warn members in the audience of her level of disregard for others and her practices of manipulation. And so with that said, let's move on to reacting to her current vlog that she posted after the interview with Mr. Snowflake and Casey had been uploaded. So here it is, the vlog that she posted roughly 2 days after Mr. Snowflake's interview with Casey was uploaded. It's titled The Interview with My Ex and Weight Loss Update, which we can easily tell there's no weight loss update, maybe a weight gain update. The whole thing is exactly 13 minutes long. Let's see what she had to say. And oh my gosh, there she is. This is the first frame. And I can't believe she's doing this to herself. Wow.
Hello, good morning, good evening.
What up, Amber?
Good afternoon, good midnight.
God, are you annoying.
So I'm actually getting ready for a Christmas party.
Sure.
I'm trying to decide which type of cardigan. Yes, we have a mess, but it's fine. Which type of cardigan I'm going for. So
yeah, I'm gonna skip ahead. I left out all the blah 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 about the cardigan she has.
I went with the black one. It just felt right in my soul. Wearing a heart necklace, which I wish was more closer to my neck. A lot of people think my necklaces are just like tight.
No blah blah, I'm not interested. I'm skipping ahead. So Amber is self-obsessing again.
So they're probably like under the couch somewhere. She's cute.
Who's she talking about? Better not be herself.
Living. I also touched up my nails. My hair is not the best it's ever looked.
How can a 600-pounder be concerned about her hairdo? I never understand.
Actually, low-key hate it. I don't know. I'm not feeling it, but I'm just gonna leave it because I already did it, so. Okay, real quick, change of plans. I feel so much better in the half black, half off-white.
What an idiot.
So, final choice, folks. So this is the one I chose. I just think it's so much cuter. It's more unique. And I'm just a quirky.
You are unique not wearing anything already. You don't have to put on clothes with different colors on the sleeves, you know?
Girly, so. For the Christmas.
And you're not a girly, and oh my god, you're looking like you did 2019 in a car. Unbelievable.
Party was super fun. I met actually quite a few subscribers, so if you're
Of course you did.
watching, hello.
God, what a liar.
It was so good meeting you guys. And then me and my mom went to Ulta and I got her a couple Christmas gifts and she was gonna get me one, but unfortunately they didn't
Why are you telling us these things? That is so not interesting.
have what she was gonna get me. So we might just
Except for maybe the part where you just want to reaffirm over and over again that you need to throw money at people for them to even spend time with you.
just order it online. But y'all, I've gotten so many compliments on my freaking cardigan. So
Yeah, maybe by yourself every time you walk by a mirror.
I think it was the right choice. And I agree. It added a little flair to it. I'm so glad I didn't just stick with just the plain old black one.
You know, sometimes I think maybe her eyes are so bad. You know, she hasn't gotten any glasses prescribed, so maybe she really doesn't see what we see.
Car wash situation type deal. Yeah. Hey guys, welcome to a new vlog, but it's not a new vlog. It is literally the same one. Welcome
Then why didn't you cut this part out?
to a new day. I hope that you guys are having a good day. It's a beautiful day to be alive. I'm just thankful and grateful every single day that I wake up. I have a
You better be with your sleep apnea.
roof over my head. I have a wonderful job. I have my
A job that you're gonna lose if you continue going like this.
fur babies that I love so dearly. They're literally my heart. I have great friends and people who are there for
Of course you have friends, Amber, of course.
me and care about me. Like, I just have a list of things to be grateful for. And sometimes I feel like people just take things for granted. I'm gonna speak for myself. I know that I do that. I'm trying very hard to get better with that, honestly. But hello. I'm actually running a few errands today. I feel like I've just been
So mommy's gonna drive you around again, huh? And see, there's absolutely nothing wrong with spending time with your mommy, no matter what age you are. But in her case, I'm pointing it out because she has wasted so much of our time saying that she's gonna work on being more self-sufficient, and countless times she said that she's gonna get her driver's license and stuff like that, and none of that ever happened. She still has mommy driving her around, even though she mentioned all these times that she's gonna make changes in her life to not be so dependent on others, and she still is. That's why I'm pointing that out. More power to you if you feel like spending time with your relatives. I do the same, and so, hey, I'm not bashing anyone for that.
I'm doing that a lot. My mom likes to take me on her little errand runs.
What choice does she have? You can't make it anywhere by yourself.
And then I run some errands. It's just like a fun little time. Like
Yeah, God, the arrogance in her voice is unbelievable.
really enjoy spending time with my mom.
A few days later, of course.
Hey guys, so it's actually been a few days since you saw me, so hello. I am not the greatest vlogger right now. I told
You kinda haven't been, you know.
myself, you know what, December, I'm just gonna not worry so hard about vlogging. This is the first Christmas back with my family, which is crazy.
But you really have no content to offer, you know, and so don't feel bad about that.
Like, I haven't spent a Christmas with my mom since I was 14. And I'm gonna be 33 in a few days, so that's crazy.
Today, she's actually turning 33. Today's the 27th of December.
Like, truly crazy. But today is actually Christmas, so Merry Christmas. If you don't celebrate it, happy holidays.
Apparently you don't. You're sitting on your couch talking to us.
Or hello, good day. This is my 10th Christmas on the YouTubular, which is another crazy situation type deal. That's a whole decade.
Yeah, because you should have never lasted this long. Or, you know, your vlogging channel, sure, that could have lasted this long, but not the fact that you can actually pay your bills with it. That is crazy, and I will forever not understand how YouTube can support this.
So there is obviously an elephant in the room.
Look at the dupe in the light.
Not a pun. The interview that my ex did. So I did watch it. It was hard to watch for several different reasons.
What are the reasons, Amber? Why was it so hard for you to watch? Because you don't like your reputation ruined? I mean, it's kind of late for that, right? We're just getting more and more details of what a horrid human being you are.
Everyone deserves the opportunity to voice their side of the story. No one deserves to feel silenced. I feel like having the opportunity to share your side of the story and your perspective of a situation that happened is sometimes honestly really good for the soul.
Yeah, you've been doing it no matter what bullshit it was that you shared with us.
I know from firsthand that sometimes talking about things feels like a really big weight is lifted off of your shoulders.
Yeah, it's like when your dog is not feeling all right, when the dog is actually in pain, and the first thought that comes to your mind is pick up your camera and tell people how much you're suffering from your doggy being in pain, and then you don't do anything about it. These are the situations where I thought, wow, she's really dependent on talking to people about her life.
And your heart, and sometimes it's healing for some people. So that relationship happened when we were both teenagers. We were very...
You were 18 and Cassidy, she was a she at the time, was 14 and 15. And so she was more of a teenager than you were.
Very, very young. And I think watching that interview made me realize more than ever how much I have grown up.
You have not grown up. You did similar things to Destiny and to Crystal. I don't know so much. I'm going to wait what Mr. Snowflake comes up with in terms of documentation, because that is an era that I did not watch on Amber's channel at all. But with Destiny, you were abusive with her and with Becky, and oh my gosh, Becky was the worst. And so you have not changed at all.
I'm at fault for so many things I've done when I was younger. I've done just a few years ago. I have made mistakes. I have learned along the way.
and you never apologized and you never owned up to those mistakes, because you're always being vague about it, but you're never saying like, I was a shit for not making Becky anything to eat when she had had her dental surgery, for example, or I'm a shit for not letting her spend time with her mom, and stuff like that. I want to hear examples, but there are none because she doesn't own up to any of what she did or said.
But using like I was younger as an excuse, it doesn't make things okay.
No, it only documents what a horrid human being you were already at the time, and that nothing's changed since then. You've even gotten worse over the years.
Like, no matter what side of the story that the audience wants to believe, regardless of anything else, it doesn't make anything that happened and that relationship okay.
Exactly. I agree with you on that. And the fact that you're mentioning sites again, now you have pocketed the quick buck for initiating all kinds of drama on your channel and for selling relatives and girlfriends down the river just for the quick YouTube coin. And so you lied over and over again. You still haven't stopped. You still haven't even come clean on one of your latest lies that there was only one wipey and not two, just because you couldn't identify with the fact that you had fallen for somebody that is polyamorous. And so, yeah, you're still lying. And so it's not just a history of her lying, though. It's also that she gives off the lying kind of a vibe. She doesn't own up to things, and she just doesn't identify with what she stands for. You know, the 600-pounder that lies for money, for the views, that stirs the pot all the time, trolls her audience desperately just to get that YouTube coin. And yet, and we looked it up during my live stream on Christmas Day, she doesn't total a lot more than 20,000 views a day, which is a joke because she has over 2,500 videos for people to watch. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of people are asking me about it, and I'm simply not going to talk about it. Like,
of course, because you can't. This is something you can't talk your way out of. Casey is clearly an authentic person that doesn't feel the need to lie, or that has such a satisfying life that now I'm going to have to say he, because it's Casey, the young man that was in the interview. And so Casey doesn't feel the need to lie, doesn't have, any kind of reason to lie about this. He's trying to deal with what happened back then. And so in the interview, he came across authentic and genuine.
one thing you're not going to catch me doing is sitting here saying, well, he lied about this, he lied about this.
It wouldn't mean a thing if you did, because nobody would believe you. Nobody believes you anymore. You've trolled and lied so much that your reputation is completely ruined. And so whatever you have to say, it's an understatement to say that people take everything you say with a grain of salt. It's simply people just don't believe you anymore, period. And that is a direct consequence of how you've been behaving on your channel for the quick buck.
This is actually what happened. It's not going to happen here. I care more about moving on, letting...
Of course, because you are the villain in the story. Of course you want to move on. And for people to not bring it up again, that's not going to happen, and Mr. Snowflake's not done with his work.
Go. I'm not going to say this has been easy for me, by no means.
Who cares? Nobody cares about that.
I have shed some tears, but...
About what? About being called out on these things, or about having done them? See, that would be interesting to know.
There's power in knowing that him and I are adults now, and we get to choose which route we take. And this is the...
Yeah, exactly, which route we take. And Casey has clearly chosen the path of trying to fix his life, progressing, in his life, making his life better and improving himself. And you have clearly chosen the path of self-destruction, not owning up to any of your mistakes, not wanting to be called out on them because you do not own up to them, and just continually destroying your life and your reputation and your mental health and your body all at the same time.
The one that I'm choosing to take, and I'm actually really happy with that. And I just wish him nothing but happiness and wellness. That's what matters to me.
And it's fake. Look at the look in her eyes. Does that scream being sincere to you? Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
A lot happened in that relationship for two teenagers who were literally in an adult relationship. And that is what he said in the interview, and it hit me like a train. I was like, that is so true. We were both put in an adult relationship way too young. There was a lot of toxicity from both ends.
No, I don't think so. I think it was on your end because you tried to subdue him or her back then. Cassidy, you were trying to subdue your partner at the age of 18. That is sick.
And I just hope that he's okay. I want to be okay as well, and I kind of just want to move on from the situation.
Yeah, she could have taken advantage of the fact that she is addressing the masses right now, and she could have said, Casey, if you're watching this, I'm sorry if I ever caused you any harm. I was young, I was bitter, I just gotten out of foster care or whatever. That would have been nice. But she has to make it seem like there was toxicity on both ends, like she just said, and so why apologize to him, right? That would be like an admittance of guilt, and sociopaths like her have no remorse, shame, or guilt.
It was 15 years ago, like
12 years ago is when the relationship ended.
15 years ago as teenagers. It's wild. But above,
You were you were 18 and Cassidy was 14/15 years old. You should have known a little bit better than to terrorize a person that you claim to love.
anything else in the whole entire world, I just want healing to happen.
Yeah, but you haven't healed from anything. You are so bitter towards other people and towards yourself because look how you're treating yourself.
For both of us, I feel like that's really important. But that is all I'm going to say about the situation, and I'm going to stand my ground on that because
Sure, that's just going to ruin your reputation more because there is a chance to come clean on things, to stand behind your actions and words and apologize for them, but no. Mm-mm.
I just feel like continuously talking about a relationship that happened between two teenagers 15 years ago isn't good for anybody.
I strongly disagree because apparently it really did help Casey to talk about these things and, feeling heard, feeling understood, feeling like there's a platform where, the other person, I think it helped immensely that Mr. Snowflake knew so much about what Amber had said and done from doing all this research, all the Ask FM posts and the Facebook posts and all of that. And so I think it was cathartic for him. And I think Amber, if she wasn't a complete sociopath, would benefit from talking about these things too. But she still yet has to come to the point where she can own up to her mistakes.
Especially the two people involved. Hey guys, so it's been the whole day has happened. I have spent my whole Christmas with my family and it's been really good, and now you're seeing me.
Well, apparently she did not because she was sitting on that couch saying it's Christmas, but hey.
In the same spot I've been in like this whole vlog. I've just had a really, really good day today, but for some reason, like the last hour, I've just been feeling so restless and I just don't know where it's coming from.
I could tell you, or if you thought about it, you would probably figure it out.
So I ended up getting up and like cleaning a little bit, and that
No, you did not. Jesus Christ.
helped a little So I might get up and just clean some more. So
Yeah, right. You know what, guys? I'm kind of done with her. I'm gonna skim through the rest of the video, but after what she just said and not owning up to anything and just placing blame again by saying there was toxicity on both ends, I frankly do not even care what she has to say, because all she wants to do is just move on and for people to not bring it up again. And so I have no interest in what she has to say now. Okay, so apparently some people wanted to know and asked her what's going on with her weight loss, and she admits that she's been eating what she wants. She says she hasn't weighed herself since the last time she weighed herself for us, which was fake. She wants for 2024 to be a better year for her. Yeah, I'm gonna cut the video off here. All she does is just talk shit again about how her channel is not a weight loss channel. It will never be a weight loss channel again, but she wants to bring weight loss content to her channel, which I'm not interested in because she is a liar and she's not able to lose any weight. And so I'm gonna cut it off here. Thank you guys for listening to this. Let me know what you think. And no disappointment here that she didn't own up to anything and that she just wants to move on concerning the whole Casey arc. But hey, that was her chance and she let another one pass by. All right, I'm gonna go. Thank you for listening to this and see you in my next one. Bye.